Oh, hey! What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Anthony Walker, the host and creator of the Wrestling Matters podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're seeing this on the live stream, welcome. If you're not here for the live stream, don't worry. It's going to be on the YouTube page, the Wrestling Matters podcast YouTube page. And I tried to promote this as best I could during the week with 2 days spare. So I didn't know I was going to do this until Wednesday. So I've got another one next week. Battleground review next week, so that's going to be done in a week in advance, and I hopefully will promote that just that little bit better than I did with this. So apologies if you didn't get this as it happens, but don't worry. Like I say, you will see this, and you will see this on the Wrestling Matters YouTube channel. It's Battleground, ladies and gents. That's right. I've got my notes here for the matches that are taking place, and Battleground tomorrow night. This is July 18th. Battlegrounds tomorrow night, July 19th. I can't wait. It's going to be great. And then now that leads into the biggest party of the summer, which is SummerSlam. Hope you are well in what it is you do. Thank you so much for checking this video out and checking out my predictions. If you have any predictions, leave predictions in the comments below. Okay? If you have any of your predictions as well. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, these are my predictions for Battleground. But before we get to the main topic of this little live stream that I'm doing, I feel the need for an apology to make. Now, I was doing some editing this week and sorting out my get my Austin 316 shirt there in good shape. I was doing some editing this week and I did some checkups on my podcasts, and I realized that to put it lightly, fucked up chapter 2 on the Progress Wrestling Series podcast, and I had to redo it as I was uploading chapter 3. So apologies to anybody about that who downloaded it. I would appreciate it if you could tell me that. If I'm unaware of something and there's a mistake there, please let me know. But at the end of the day, it's not your fault, it's my fault. I should have been more careful and I wasn't. So with that being said, I deeply apologize, and I guarantee it won't happen again. Don't worry though, you can see I redone it, and every episode now of my podcast you can now hear and download on SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/wrestling_matters_podcast. And be sure to follow me as well and keep up to date with all the great professional wrestling podcasts that is the Wrestling Matters podcast. I don't know what I'm going to be doing for that Progress Wrestling series. I might just do 10 episodes and then have a break and do another 10, then have a break and do another 10, but we'll see. We'll see how things go. Also, check out the Games Matter channel as well at www.youtube.com/Games Matter channel. And check out the games that I have and the series that I've got, and the next installment, as this is going out, of my WWE 2K15 series, when I play me and I go through a season, or the career mode, that is. So be sure to check all that out as well. Again, www.youtube.com/Games Matter channel as well. Also, check out the affiliates for the Wrestling Matters podcast as well, and OSW TV, Billy Strachan, at the voice of OSW TV on Twitter, I believe that is. All the links will be in the description below, so be sure to check that out as well. And he's the affiliate for the Wrestling Matters podcast, because you can now hear and see the Wrestling Matters podcast as well as all the YouTube content that I do on this channel. You can also see that on his website, oswtv.co.uk. Be sure to check that out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the kickoff, like I said, the main talking points again, there's one thing that came up to my attention this week. Ryback has a staph infection. It was on Twitter this week, and I read some of the news and saw some of the dirt sheets. The Intercontinental Championship match has apparently been cancelled. From what I know as I'm doing this right now. It might change, I don't know. But apparently the Intercontinental Championship match has now been cancelled because Ryback has an injury. The Intercontinental Championship curse strikes again. If it's not Ryback, it's Daniel Bryan, whatever. The belt's supposed to be the most prestigious belt in the WWE, even more big than the US title. More on that later. But it seems that every time people have that injury, people seem to, get injured. All in all, though. So what's going to happen next after that, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. All I know is, from what I've seen, the Intercontinental Championship match will not be taking place at Battleground. So God knows what they're going to be doing in respects of that as a replacement. Now, as for the other matches, I've got in my little notebook here that I've got, instead of me looking at the computer and everything, I'm going to start with the kickoff match. R-Truth and Wade Barrett. Now, quite frankly, I am getting sick and tired of this feud. Wade Barrett is supposed to be the king of the ring, yet I believe on the past 3 pay-per-views, this guy's been on the friggin' pre-show, for God's sakes. It's just driving me insane. It really is. How can you have the king of the ring be on the pre-show? It makes no sense. And this little feud that he's got with R-Truth, and R-Truth coming out thinking he's the king and coming out with something with a crown that you probably get out of a McDonald's toy giveaway thing that they do in McDonald's, or even Burger King for that matter. It's just ridiculous, and hopefully this all comes to an end at the pay-per-view, and hopefully R-Truth will get his butt kicked, and hopefully Wade Barrett will put an end to this once and for all, and hopefully WWE after this will put Wade Barrett back on the main roster and have him in matches that are not on the pre-show, or hell, give him title matches. The guy's supposed to be King Barrett, for Pete's sake. He's supposed to be the king of the ring. This is why, even though I'm glad to see the king of the ring, even though the king of the ring was poorly done, this is why the king of the ring should be back on pay-per-view. Gives people an opportunity, give people like a Wade Barrett a shot at the title. I mean, like I said on Sunday Segue, the last time the king of the ring was on pay-per-view, the last person to win it was Brock Lesnar. 2 months later, 1 month later at Vengeance of that year, he was wrestling Rob Van Dam for the Intercontinental Championship. 2 months later, he wrestled Rock for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship and won. Go back to doing that again. I mean, drop the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and go back to doing, go back to having that Money in the Bank match on the, on WrestleMania, where it was started before WWE decided, Money in the Bank's so good, we'll put it on the pay-per-view. We'll give it its own pay-per-view. Ridiculous. King of the Ring should be back as a pay-per-view. Bottom line. Now, for my next prediction is relatively easy. It's Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Now, I've seen this match many, many times before. The last time I believe I saw this match was on Raw. Poorly done. I'm, in a way, getting sick of seeing this match, but this is entirely different Randy Orton and an entirely different Sheamus, because Sheamus is Money in the Bank. And the last time I saw these two actually go at it was after WrestleMania once, when the crowd just shat on it. Literally just shat on it. They didn't give a damn about it. And hell, they were even cheering Big Show when he came out and knocked them both out. I don't know what the hell. I guess in a way this is something for Sheamus to do on the pay-per-view, since there's no Dolph Ziggler anymore. Well, for the time being at least. So God knows what's going to happen in that respects, but I'm predicting Randy Orton will RKO Sheamus. Because he's just come back. He's newly engaged, Randy Orton, by the way. He's getting married soon, so he'll be just coming back, and Randy Orton will be the winner of this match, and he'll be dropping Sheamus with an RKO. Now, for Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt, I have no idea what the hell WWE are doing with Bray Wyatt. What the hell are they trying to do with him? I don't know. But we all know he's going to job out Roman Reigns. He's going to put Roman Reigns over. I'll be very, very surprised if he wins. Not because I don't like Bray Wyatt, because I do. But you know damn well what's going to happen at SummerSlam. He's going to be in the main event at SummerSlam. That's what they're booking for anyway. And, well, WWE are booking anyway. And, you know, I don't think they're going to have one of their main guys lose to him. All Bray Wyatt has done up until this point, he cost Roman Reigns a shot to win Money in the Bank. He's played mind games with him and his daughter up until this point. And then Roman Reigns eventually got some payback in. And now Roman Reigns is going to will finish the job at the Battleground pay-per-view, which leads into SummerSlam. More on SummerSlam in a bit. But yeah, Roman Reigns will win the pay-per-view, the match at the pay-per-view, and he will beat Bray Wyatt. No doubt with a Superman punch and a spear. But Bray Wyatt will lose, unfortunately. Now, before I get to the US title match, I'll go with PTP and the New Day. Primetime players, New Day. Primetime players will win. I don't like the New Day. I've made this very clear on my podcast. I've made this very clear on everything. I don't like the New Day. I like Kofi Kingston and I like Big E. They are very talented. Can't say that about Xavier Woods because, like I said last time, it's a case of what have you done for me lately, Xavier Woods, which is quite frankly nothing. It's just a case of, you know, I can't see the PTP losing since they just got the belts. This is just the New Day getting their rematch and getting it over with, and they're going to put it on a pay-per-view, and yeah, they'll end it all just there and then. Also, PTP win that, by the way. Now for John Cena US title match with Kevin Owens. Now, we all know at Money in the Bank, they stole the show. Hands down. Stole the show. Not only that, they did it again at Elimination Chamber. I predict that John Cena is going to be the US champion at the end of this. Now, I'm hoping, in a way, I predict he'll beat him. But I'm kind of hoping they go this way. Hopefully, John Cena will get disqualified or something. Kevin Owens wins. John Cena keeps the belt. And then they do something going into SummerSlam. Because, in my opinion, this match should have been at SummerSlam. They should have built this up. They had 2 months to build it up. They should have done this for SummerSlam. I would have done this for SummerSlam. Kevin Owens and John Cena for the US title at SummerSlam. It sounds more better than Battleground. In my opinion, anyway. Hopefully they go down that route. But we all know John Cena is WWE's errand boy. And whether we like him or not, I personally like him. But we all know WWE, the company's evolved around John Cena with all the merchandise and that. So I don't know if WWE will allow Kevin Owens to win that match, considering what they've done before. I mean, it is Super Cena. But John Cena will win. I'm predicting that. But I kind of hope that they do something that leads into SummerSlam and have this match again at SummerSlam pay-per-view. Because other than that, I don't know what they're going to do with this as far as John Cena goes at SummerSlam, what they're going to have him in, what match they're going to have him in. Same with Kevin Owens as well. Unless they have a fatal four-way at SummerSlam for the US title. You know, Rusev, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, John Cena. I would like that. If they're going to do that, then all right, I'll go with that any day of the week. But I will allow that. I don't know, but unless they don't do something about this, I don't know what the hell they're going to do as far as this is concerned. Hopefully they do something big. If not, it's going to be a John Cena victory. And it is what it is at the end of the day. Now for probably the easiest prediction out of the lot, quite frankly. the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth Rollins and the baddest motherfucker in WWE today. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. A guy who I like, the mayor of Suplex City, Brock Lesnar. Heel or babyface. Like I said this on the Offshoot Radio podcast, it's gotten to a point now with Brock Lesnar. If you're standing in the middle of a WWE ring and you hear his music, you know someone's going to get fucked up. It's as simple as that. Brock has said this on occasions. He's there and he's there to fight. He's not there to talk. He sees an opportunity. He's going to rip you apart. And at Battleground, he will be the undisputed heavyweight champion again. He will get his belt back. He will get his revenge for Seth Rollins, for what happened at WrestleMania, and the little stunt that he pulled on Monday Night Raw, which nearly cost Michael Cole, JBL, and Booker T their careers. Michael Cole getting F5'd and Booker T and JBL getting squashed by the announce table, which I thought was funny. But he's a monster. He came out and fucking destroyed that Cadillac. He's took out J&J Security. This past week on Raw, he took out Kane by smashing his ankle in. Kane probably should have stayed on holiday after that. Before that, but anyway, came back and at Battleground, he will finish the job. Seth Rollins is going to Suplex City. Seth Rollins will lose his World Heavyweight Championship, which will lead into a match that is going to be happening between him and somebody at SummerSlam, which I'll get to in a second. Before everybody starts rolling in the comments that I'm a Seth Rollins hater, I am not. I like Seth Rollins. I've watched him since Ring of Honor. But he is going to die at SummerSlam, at Battleground rather, and hopefully he might not even be available for his match at SummerSlam. He might not even be available for the match that they're planning on putting him in at SummerSlam, which is against one Triple H. Now, apparently there's going to be a babyface turn. Seth Rollins is going to turn babyface, and Seth Rollins is going to face Triple H at the Battleground pay-per-view, at the SummerSlam pay-per-view, rather. Now, many of you people probably watch Raw and wondering where Triple H is, and Stephanie McMahon coming out and whatever. Apparently, Triple H got busted for drugs. From what I saw on the dirt sheet, I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it's some angle they're doing, trying to set this up with him and Rollins and whatever. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do. Quite frankly, sometimes I don't even know what fucking WWE does anymore, to be honest with you. But I think Seth Rollins, this match will take place at SummerSlam. It's been penciled in. Seth Rollins one-on-one with Triple H to end this authority stuff that's been going on. Quite frankly, the authority stuff should have ended at Survivor Series of last year when Sting cost him the match at the Survivor Series. But I understood why they brought him back, because Triple H and Sting at WrestleMania, which was a clusterfuck anyway, apart from the old NWO and DX thing, because I actually marked out at that point. But yeah, it's going to take place. Don't read it. If you've read the dirt sheets and read all the dirt sheets, I read some dirt sheets this week that said that it'll be wise for WWE to take this match and put it at WrestleMania next year, which is a complete bullshit. They need to do this now. If they're going to do this now, they do this now. You know, I mean, they've already planned for Kevin Owens. There's already talks about Kevin Owens facing the Undertaker next year's WrestleMania. Which I actually would like to see, to be fair, considering the Undertaker's fit and healthy to do it, of course. Because as much as I love the Undertaker's on his last legs. But yeah, if they're going to do this now. Because like I said, it's like I said on the podcast, and I'll say this now. By the way, check out the Wrestling Matters podcast this coming Monday. It's like I said on the podcast. WrestleMania is the biggest stage of them all. Burn it. Okay? The biggest stage, period. for WWE, whether it's professional wrestling in general. No matter where you are in the wrestling world, no matter what company you're in, no matter what company you are in, whether you're in Ring of Honor, Evolve, ICW, whatever the fuck, everybody wants to be able to say at one point in their career they were in WWE or they competed at WrestleMania, because that's where that's the granddaddy of them all, sports entertainment or not. But as far as events go, I would say SummerSlam is on that same par as WrestleMania in terms of events. Granted, it's not a bigger pay-per-view than WrestleMania SummerSlam, but it's the biggest party of the summer. And that's another, besides that, there's four big major pay-per-views that WWE, that people enjoy in WWE, whether they like it or not. Four big major pay-per-views: Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam. Those are the four. Those are the four top pay-per-views in WWE. Top shows. WrestleMania being the biggest out of the four, rather. It's as simple as that. WrestleMania being the biggest of the four. But WrestleMania is more for dream matches, i.e. Sting and Triple H, i.e. Hulk Hogan and The Rock, i.e., for me anyway, Stone Cold Steve Austin in a way, and Scott Hall and stuff like that, But SummerSlam is on that par as well, in a way. Not all the time, but SummerSlam could be on that par too. I mean, go back to 2005. They had Hogan and Michaels, which in a way was a clusterfuck, because basically Michaels carried Hogan during that match. And then, whether we like it or not, at the end of the day, that was Hogan's best match, or one of them at least. But, yeah. I mean, if they're going to do this now and get it over with, the seeds are there. The Authority is on its last legs. It's just waiting for the final boom, nail in the coffin, the final gun to put out and everything. And hopefully SummerSlam will be that point. I believe it's going to be Battleground, to be fair, when Brock destroys Rollins and takes his belt back. But in any event, and also this week, I've heard that Undertaker's supposed to be coming back at Battleground. There's pictures going out on Twitter that he's been in training, and he's going to build a match into SummerSlam. So apparently, from what I've heard, it's just rumors, Undertaker's going to be competing at SummerSlam. Question is, who would it be? And I've heard Sting's going to be up for SummerSlam. Sting's supposed to be making his return at some point as well, round about this time after Battleground, or maybe at Battleground. So do we think the match at SummerSlam that we've all wanted at WrestleMania will take place? Me personally, I hope so, but it's a question of will it get over with the fans. I'd like to see it, no matter what people say, no matter what all the fans out there say or whatever. I would personally like to see Sting and Undertaker. I mean, because Undertaker proved that he was still in good. He was in good nick, and he could still go against Bray Wyatt. Because, all right, I had my wonders of what was going to happen. Would it be the same Undertaker? And he looked $1 million against Bray Wyatt, and he looked great. And whatever he was doing worked up to that point. Hopefully, he can do it again and get into shape for SummerSlam, and maybe come back for a match at SummerSlam. Question is, on everybody's mind is, will it be against Sting? And will this match that everybody wants, everybody wanted at WrestleMania, will it now take place at SummerSlam? Like I say, it's just rumors. It hasn't been confirmed. I guess we'll find out at Battleground and upcoming as well. But me personally, I'd like to see it. Granted, The Undertaker's fit and healthy, of course. And from the looks of it, and from what I saw on the pay-per-view and the Twitter page, the picture, he looks in good nick. The main event as well, guys, has already been announced for SummerSlam from what I've seen. There's a leaked photo out of like them advertising sheets that you have of who was going to be on and everything. When you go to wrestling shows, you always see these advertising wall sheets and these advertising Flyers. There you go. I knew it'd come to me eventually. And who's going to be on and who's wrestling what and all that. Apparently, there's one out with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. So if you haven't seen it, go and find it. That's why everybody's thinking Brock Lesnar's going to win, because it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. It's going to be WrestleMania Part 2, and it's not going to be with Seth Rollins this time. Because Rollins, from what it seems, like I say, is going to be dealing with Triple H. So hopefully, I would like to see that match again, this time without Seth Rollins. And like I said, at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns impressed me, because I thought that match was going to be a flop. But Reigns stepped up, and I give him a ton of credit for it. And, well, Brock steps up anyway, because that was the birth of Suplex City. And as you can hear it as well. You can hear it as well when he's saying it as well. Suplex City, bitch. And no doubt he'll probably do that to Seth Rollins at Battleground. With that being said, ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, that is about it for this short live stream that I'm doing. This stream that I'm doing for the Wrestling Matters channel as well. Shout out to Roxy, shout out to James Belmont, Vicky Earls, Mike Rodriguez, Sunday Segway. Shout out to you guys as well. You will be seeing this. Hope you guys enjoy it. Leave your feedback as well. Feedback coming in, please help me out. And if you want to be a part of this, I'll gladly do some hangouts with you guys. If you want to be a part of this, that's what we should do. Google Hangout. I'll stream it, and we'll have some fun and talk wrestling and do what we do on podcasts, except do it on Google. So if you're interested in that, please do let me know. And I think Belmont's already mentioned he's interested in it, so hopefully we can work something out in that respect. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, tune in to a live stream next week, same time, Saturday, 6 o'clock UK time. God knows what that is in American words. I believe it's about 12 o'clock or something, around about that time. 12 o'clock dinner time. Be sure to check it out, because it's my review on Battleground. Sorry, brain fart. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Anthony Walker. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch and tuning in to check this video out. If you like what you saw, if you're interested in what you saw, shoot that subscribe button. Hell, check out my podcast, Progress Wrestling, ICW, and the original format, which is on the Mondays. Also, check out my Games Matter channel as well, youtube.com/Games Matter. Follow me on Twitter at Tony_Walker. Follow the Wrestling Matters podcast at WM Podcast. Also, Facebook.com/WM Podcast. And also be sure to like the Games Matter channel YouTube page at Facebook.com/Games Matter channel. Be sure to check all them good stuff out. And until next time, guys, my name is Anthony Walker. Remember, stand up for professional wrestling. Why? Because wrestling matters. Peace out.